Join me for a tour of my 2026 patriotic summer decor in my cottage-styled apartment. I don't always decorate for the 4th of July, but being that this is the 250th anniversary of the United States, I thought it would be nice to show a little patriotism, and it's also another excuse to decorate, especially since I have all of this red, white, and blue decor. So none of this stuff is new. Most of it came from recent free hauls, in which I have the videos linked below, and I do have a handful of items that I purchased some years ago. So first we'll start outside at the front door. This is the same wreath that I use for most of the year and most recently had decorated with yellow and white flowers for spring. I took off the flowers and glued these little gingham stars I got years ago on clearance from Hobby Lobby. I also added this red gingham ribbon that I've used in my Christmas decor and some blue gingham ribbon I had from Dollar Tree. Down here I have this basket that I had also used on my coffee table in my spring decor. I added some red and blue gingham ribbon and some faux flowers to a milk can I got years ago from the 99-cent store, and next to it is a tin can that says Summer Sweetness that I shared in last year's summertime free haul, as well as some blue and white carrots I also got on clearance from Hobby Lobby and used in this year's spring decor. And I just used a bunch of artificial white flowers I had around my apartment to fill out the basket. Behind it is a bird cage I had left there from my spring decor just to fill in the space, and also because I didn't feel like moving it. In this wall basket I just added some artificial red flowers and some blue gingham ribbon, as well as this little piece of patriotic decor that came off of a cardboard cupcake stand that I had, and I just taped it to a paper straw and stuck it in the top. On this valance I added some blue gingham ribbon to a red Christmas bow and tied it to the fixture here, and took another ribbon and draped it across the window. And I know it's not quite the same color and texture, but I tried it with just the bow and it seemed a bit empty, but that's what happens when you use what you have. I think it's good enough. Over on my TV console I have this little flag that I got for free at a parade, and I just added them to these flowers and added some gingham red, white, and blue stars to the tray. On my coffee table I brought out the same blue and white floral placemat from last year, and I kept the dried flowers I've had since spring and added some red gingham stars and a red gingham ribbon to the picture. And I have a second placemat that I just hung over the back of this wooden chair the same way I did last year. I didn't really know where to put this picnic basket, but I wanted to use it, so I just stuck it underneath this side table, and it just has some of the decor that I took down inside of it. On top of the table I have this little blue and white book that I used last year that I actually really enjoyed reading, along with some red gingham stars. And on top of my AC unit I just added this old collectible Quaker Oats canister that I got from Goodwill for about $6. I've had it for several years and thought it would be fun to use in this year's patriotic decor. On my mantle I have this flag design pie dish that I shared in my summertime free haul video, and it's displayed on a black wooden plate rack, also from a free haul, along with some black iron candle holders I got a few years ago from Goodwill for a couple of dollars, and some more gingham stars, which I'm sure you've figured out by now are pretty much sprinkled all over the apartment. On my dining table I have the same spongeware style platter I used last year. I think it's perfect for the 4th of July with the red, white, and blue colors, and the apple reminds me of the Big Apple, New York City, and also apple pie. And I just sat that on top of my wooden cheese box that I keep on the table to use as my napkin holder. On the sides of the cheese box, I added 2 of the red Disney bowls I shared in my summertime free haul, and I added some gingham stars to those as well. And speaking of apple pie, I've had this apple pie wall hanging for many years. As a matter of fact, it used to hang in my kitchen above the stove before I replaced it with the strawberry sign. And it's still a favorite of mine, even though it doesn't match my normal decor, so I'm glad I have an excuse to pull it out at least once a year. I used some earthquake putty to put on the back of the frame to stick it to the refrigerator. And down below the sign behind my trash can, I replaced my plastic recycle bins with these metal canisters from Hobby Lobby that I shared in my farmhouse free haul video. I thought these would be a fun addition to my patriotic decor since they have red, white, and blue in them and have a rustic farmhouse style. To the top of my refrigerator, I added this trio of blue and white canisters from my summertime free haul, and this is a set of wooden spoons in a red and white pouch that I've used before in my Christmas decor. And here's another red Disney bowl inside of a white enamel bowl with blue trim, also from a free haul, and I just use a little dish rag to prop it up. On the other side of the refrigerator, I have this white towel with the red stripe from my summertime free haul, and I just paired it with one of my regular blue towels. And then I just added this red, white, and blue barrette that I had to the top of my Jello mold. On the counter here, I added this red gingham Better Homes and Gardens cookbook from my summertime free haul, and I decided to leave it with the tattered book cover because I kind of like the old and used look of it. On the other side of the stove, I swapped out my salt well for this red, white, and blue sea salt I got from Trader Joe's a couple of years ago. And I had one red gingham star left that I put on top of this birdhouse next to it. On my dish rack, I alternated some blue and white floral pots with some blue speckled metal plates that I got on free hauls, and I did share some of those with you in previous videos. And on this towel bar, I layered another red gingham towel on top of this blue and white kitchen towel I've had for several years. It has moose and bears on it, and I'm really enjoying the look of my old kitchen towels in this decor. I think it gives it more of a cozy and collected look as opposed to everything being brand new. Down on my sink, I just added a red flower pen to my brush holder for a pop of red next to my usual blue and white decor. And up here next to my colander, I added this Apple's oven mitt from the 1990s that I shared in last year's summertime free haul. So that concludes the tour. Let's take another look.